Hey students, welcome to week 12. Can you believe you're at week 12? This is the end of unit 3. You are getting ready. You are on the precipice of the end of this class. So that is insane. Congratulations. I am really proud of all of you. I have seriously can say thoroughly enjoyed working with you. You have been a great class. You are so interactive and so engaged. And it's just been a lot of fun for me to read about, your thoughts, your ideas, and what you're learning and what you're thinking. And it's been really wonderful. So I just want to say thank you for making this such a great and easy experience for me. But I wanted to walk through the last unit, a preview of the last unit, and what does it look like? Because the last unit, you're really focusing on your own work, your own interaction with a topic of your choice in a real world scenario. Now, week 12 is to help you build a bridge from what you have learned in weeks 1 to 11, okay? All the way back to your project, okay? So week 12, I'm going to say that one more time. Week 12 is to help you build a bridge from what you have learned and interacted with from weeks 1 to 11 to your own project. I'm going to ask you to do a mini activity this week, okay? And to help you start thinking about how you really want to end this class strong with your own thoughtful work. Okay, so let me just go through it with you. This is what week 12 looks like. I have not embedded this video yet, so you will see that. I gave you a quick map of week 13, 14, and 15, just to give you a preview to get you thinking about what you need to be doing. Week 13, that's next week, you will be updating your personal narrative, and I've given you directions for that. Do you remember the personal narrative you wrote in week 1? Does it seem like forever ago? You're going to go back to that narrative, and you are going to update it using some of the ideas that you've learned in the course as support. Has anything changed for you? Has anything been strengthened for you? Have any core beliefs been challenged for you? If any of that is true, you will use those any of the resources that we've looked at together in this course as support for that revision. Even if nothing has changed for you and you've just been hanging out and enjoying the journey, that's great. I would still ask you to pull in some of your favorite resources and just kind of revise that work and add some more resources. So that's week 13. Week 14, we are headed into your project, your independent work. So if you're really one that you like to prepare and you know what's coming, in week 15, so that's 1, 2, 3 weeks from now, from 12 to 15, right? Yes. You have your first essay due and your only essay. Then 2 weeks later, week 17 is the end of this class, bananas. You will be creating a presentation on the content of that essay that you write. So you don't have to, it's not a totally different thing. They're not disconnected. They are connected. You will write this essay, you will develop the content, and you will use that content for the basis of your 5 to 7 minute presentation, which isn't a lot of time, right? So I just want you to be thinking about that. Okay. The topic that you choose, you're going to be spending several weeks with it. So make sure it's a topic that you really want to consider and look at. Okay. And what I mean by topic is any topic that we have covered in this class together. Okay. That's what I mean by topic. So you can go back to week 1. Pretty much every single topic is listed, right, in the weekly tasks, because that's how I design the class. Okay. So should be able to access that really easily. So you haven't submitted in the assignment, right? In this assignment for a while. I'm asking you for task 1 to submit in this assignment this week. Okay. Just to clarify, I made it big. I added stars, asterisks, right? To clarify. This is kind of a course evaluation I'm getting some feedback from you. That way, if you need some intervention or, just whatever you want to say it. And that way, if, I need to reach out, I will. Okay. But this is also just a metacognitive practice. Before you start thinking about what you want your topic to be, I want you to reflect on what you think you've learned and what was important to you, right? So this reflection and this evaluation is to help you prepare to decide what you would like to focus your essay and presentation on. Make sense? Okay. So once you answer these 3 questions, you can do it in the text box or in another doc or document, and then submit it that way. But you will submit it on this assignment. You do not have to post your answers to the forum. Okay? Just to clarify. Now, task 2, this is your mini project that's going to build the bridge to your next step. Okay, so I'm going to walk through these directions with you just so you can get a sense of what you need to do if you're an auditory learner or listener and you want these directions spoken out to you. Okay, I'm just going to clarify some meaning. So I'm going to start right here and just read aloud. At what point do we move from learning about philosophy to doing philosophy? As you could probably guess, anyone who spends time asking questions about themselves, their experience, or their reality is doing philosophy. So you've been doing it all along. As college students, though, you are all different and here for different reasons. You are all philosophers and you are making judgments based on your perception all the time about what is valuable to you, what you believe, and how you will approach the world. Even your responses to the task above were a form of philosophizing. Okay, cool. Okay, so as we move on to the mini project, here are your directions. And I'm just reading out right here. Last week, I challenged you to create a proposal for your essay, and that was in week 11, right? Choosing a topic and choosing a real world scenario. Now, as you've reflected, maybe that has shifted for you, and that's okay. Just email me. Let me know if you're like, I might want to make a change. Okay, that's cool. You can still change. That's why we're doing this in steps. Okay. And figuring out how you wanted to discuss a philosophical topic within a real world scenario. This week, okay, I want you to build on your choice of topic and real world situation and gain some experience in the field. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do, a little field work here. So go to the location of your choice that represents the real world situation. And you might have to get creative here, right? If it's a little bit out of reach or you can't actually get there or be there, what could you kind of use as a stand-in? Maybe a digital approach, for example. Some examples would be the chapel, another in-person class, choir, a place of architectural interest if you want to hop on the train and head downtown, a library, a museum, a coffee shop, a comedy show, a concert, or a film. If you can't go outdoors or you don't have an easy access, you can always use your computer. You can get on the some national museums and archives right on your computer. Like if you're a history major and you want to do John Locke and how he impacted our Constitution, okay, just hop on Interactive Constitution. It's one of my favorite sites. I'll even show it to you. There is a wealth of really cool stuff on this site. You can listen to podcasts. You can read articles. You can view sections of the Constitution. There is a National Constitution Center. So this might be like if you're interested in history and that link, this would be a great project for you. Okay, so that's an example, especially if you're kind of stuck, you can't really get outside. This is a good place to go. Okay, spend at least an hour within your lived experience of your real world situation. Now that you have identified your topic, begin asking questions from the perspective of your topic. Some ideas to get you going would be A, engage in a conversation with those around you. B, ask questions like, how do I know what I'm experiencing is true or real? Or was I destined to be here or was it my choice? Why does that matter to me? So those are just some of the questions you could ask. Of course, you'll develop your own questions based on the topic you chose. Okay, I'm at number 3. Understand that there are many ways you could approach this task. I just ask you, do your best, be intentional, and engage in the process. Write a 200-word reflection about the experience, use key details, and be specific. Also, if you can link a photo or something significant about your experience within your post, that's even better, right? Interact with at least one other person once you post, as always. Here are some ideas and resources that I've included for you. There are movies, there are poems, there are clips of poems, there's comedy, lots of stuff down there. These are just to get you thinking and started. You don't have to use any of these resources. This is just if you're having a hard time getting engaged, okay? Finally, and lastly, I want to show you down here, I have posted a really funny video of myself, but this is to get you thinking about week 14, annotated bibliography and outline, okay? Like I said, this task is a bridge to your final project. And this right here, you might want to bookmark it. If you've never done an annotated bibliography, if you're not sure how to outline an essay, I talk about all of that stuff and give you resources in this silly video where I'm holding a pink microphone. Okay, so just know there's tons of resources. All the resources under looking ahead are shifting towards support for your upcoming essay. Okay. All right, as always, if you have questions or concerns about week 12 or any week, anything coming ahead, all you have to do is email me. We'll meet, we'll talk, and it'll be great. All right, I'll talk to you soon. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.